This is the plaintiff, Angel Ramirez. She says she's suing the defendant for the return of her security deposit, which to this day she still doesn't understand why she won't give it back. The defendant even did a walkthrough with her, told her everything looked great, but then turned around and dissed her. She's not going to go away quietly and is suing here and now for the $3,300 she's owed. This is the defendant, Rosemary Canone. She says the plaintiff let her washing machine overflow more than once, allowing water to rain down into her apartment, causing great damage. She thinks the plaintiff has one heck of a nerve suing her because her damages far exceed the amount of her security, and if anyone is owed money, it's her. She's accused of saying one thing and doing another. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $800, the additional cost of ceiling repairs.
Angel Ramirez?
Yes,
you
Your
are
Honor.
suing Rosemary Canone
Yes.
for $3,300, twice your security deposit that you say she is wrongfully withholding from you. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor. I wrote 2 demand letters for my security deposit, and I haven't received the itemized statement or my security deposit. And
Well, what happened? You start living there.
2008, I moved in.
Okay.
Approximately 2009, I flooded with my washing machine downstairs on the ceiling. When I went to look downstairs, all I seen was a water line on the ceiling. When I said to the defendant, "Oh, I'm sorry, I would pay for the damages," she said, "Don't worry about it." Because when I moved in because I was a friend to her boyfriend.
Okay.
So I
Is
was
this the boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you two know each other?
Through the VA hospital.
Okay.
The
Are you
Veterans
both
Hospital.
veterans?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So go ahead.
And she said, don't worry about it. They both said, don't worry about it. When I decided to leave in 2011.
Were you folks good friends? I mean, I know you're not now, obviously, because you're here, but...
We was okay friends.
Okay friends.
Yes.
According to you, you folks were best friends.
Very good friends.
Family.
We considered her more like family.
Come on up, please.
That was my sister. And when she left, what she did to us, I cried like a baby because I considered her my sister.
We treated her like
I treated her
family.
like a sister, that the sister I lost got run over by a truck down here in Manhattan. And I put her in place. She hurt me so bad.
Yeah.
For no reason at all. We catered to this girl.
What happened?
I have no idea.
What is it that you feel was so bad, though? The moving out?
No,
we didn't care about that. We didn't. Go ahead, babe. You speak.
I mean, one day she just came down, and I had just buried my father in March, and the day that was his burial, I was walking up the steps, and she was in front of me, and she closed the door in my face.
But there had to have been a problem before that.
No.
What was it that had happened?
Yeah, there was.
What was the problem?
For 2 years that she was there, she ate with us. She had holidays with us.
Birthdays.
She partied with us
We
whenever
took her
we had.
out. I picked her up at the VA
That
hospital.
doesn't sound like okay friends. That sounds like really close
She
friends.
was very close. She had barbecues in our
We didn't
backyard
allow.
with us.
We didn't
My
allow
dog-
washer and dryers. Go ahead.
My
I'm
dog
sorry.
had puppies. I was breeding my Yorkies. I had asked her if she could watch one of my puppies because she was in heat, and I had a male downstairs, and I asked her if she could watch it, and she, of course, she said no problem, and she fell in love with the dog, and I felt bad even asking for the dog back, and I just gave it to her. I mean, we were very close. Took her shopping, picked her up from shopping, helped her clean her apartment. I've never asked her for anything. We were very good friends.
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened. Her girlfriend moved in, and her whole demeanor changed. She
What
was
do you
paying.
think happened?
Your Honor, what happened was I fell on their property. And when she basically dismissed me and asked her boyfriend, "Oh, give us some salt so she can put on the next time." That's when everything went down. I asked my girlfriend, now my spouse, to move in with me. I asked the defendant first if she could move in with me because when I fell, I was in very bad shape, as I still am to this day, in very bad shape from that fall.
Okay.
Nothing's broken, but I'm still in bad shape.
So what happened to alter the
And I
friendship
stopped
was
going
that,
downstairs.
was that you felt that
after
they didn't take your fall seriously?
Correct. And
All right, you decide to move out, and you move out when?
I moved out in last year, September of last year.
All right,
Or
and
August.
you have no problem with her moving out, but then you ask for your security deposit after you move out?
I left a forwarded, I gave her a forwarding address. And I asked her, you know, after you do all the itemization, you know, let me know how much you're going to take out my security deposit for the ceilings. She said she didn't have the receipt then when I asked her, but that she would provide me with the receipt.
And according to you, she's asking this when you had just buried your father, how long ago at that point?
It was 5 months after.
Oh, okay. And so now when she's asking you for the repair, because there appears to be no question that she damaged the ceiling, but she wants you to, you decide you're not going to return any of the security deposit.
No, I didn't decide at that because the day she moved out, she asked me about her security, and I said, as soon as I can get an estimate for the ceilings, you know, whatever it is, you know, if there's anything left over, then I'll send you the difference. And she said, fine.
And then what happened?
And then I started getting letters.
But you said you were going to get an estimate.
We had a hard time
to the house.
even
Why?
trying to get somebody to give us an estimate.
Nobody came to
Well,
the
just
house.
open up the phone book.
I
and
did.
We did. We called
up
about 7, 8 people, and they said, okay, we'll call you when we're coming. Never came, okay? We finally got this one gentleman to come.
When did you get the, you moved out when?
September.
September?
September 24th or 25th.
Okay, and when did you get the estimate?
It was November 28th.
It took
Yeah.
2 months? Seriously, to get somebody out there to
Well,
give
she
you an
was
estimate?
I was dealing with a lot of
mess with her
other
father.
personal.
She's been very sick also.
Okay, I mean,
Parathyroid
because clearly it
goals.
doesn't take 2 months to get the estimate. All right, let me
No,
see the estimate.
honestly, Your Honor, we had a hard time getting people to come to the house.
No, that I believe.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That I believe. Okay. But now, do you have pictures of the damage?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
May I
We
see
didn't
it?
even add the little things in the apartment. It wasn't even worth it. You know what I mean? We weren't looking to cause her any problems. We replaced tiles on the floor.
So then you started receiving notifications from her about
Right.
the money.
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of notifications? Were they nasty? Oh, my God.
They were pretty
Well, they
direct,
were direct, forward, you know.
Like what?
All right, open it up.
telling me that if I don't send her deposit, that she's going to ask for double the amount because of the tenant.
Where do you get the idea that you can ask for double the amount in your state? In
The
some states you
tenant
can, but you
landlord
can't do that in
actually
New York.
told me.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I seen it on the internet.
Right, but you might not have realized what's... This is water damage all over the... How far does this thing extend?
With 2 floors.
It goes.
No, the water damage.
The water damage
From the
was
kitchen?
from her kitchen
The living room, the kitchen.
is above my kitchen, so it went through my kitchen and then dripped all the way down into my basement.
Oh, my God.
I didn't even put in for anything as far as the
How
fixtures.
wide, how long
There is a
strip
good, I would say,
Big areas.
2 feet,
There was one
because it
spot,
ran along the seams
one
and in the
spot that's
corners.
4 by 4.
Oh, my God. How much do you think it does cost to do this? You don't think it's going to cost more than $1,650? Have you ever had
haven't
drywall
seen
work
it.
done? No. But you wanted to see an estimate, and I understand that.
She saw it after the 3rd flood. She was downstairs having coffee with us.
Oh, you haven't seen the flood? Oh.
Oh, yes, she has.
No, I haven't.
She was downstairs.
No problem.
She was having
She was
dinner
having
with
dinner
us,
with
Your
us the
Honor.
3rd time she flooded the place.
She was eating dinner with us and
And
left the
came back
washing
down and
machine
ate
on.
with us. And she saw everything, all the rooms, the bedroom, the
Would water
bathroom.
actually come
Yes.
down?
It was
She
dripping
was sitting
like
right
Niagara
there.
Falls.
Like Niagara Falls.
Right. And she forgot she left it upstairs.
Because the problem was what? What was causing the flood?
She just
The hose would pop out of the
Disconnected
The
from
sink.
hose
the
would
sink.
pop out of where?
Out of the sink.
She didn't put it on
Because it was
correctly.
being drained into a sink?
Yes, ma'am.
It was a portable washing machine.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
told her, you have to monitor it because
Yeah,
it's
you have
not...
to stay there while that's
Right.
happening.
Right.
You know, it's
and
not
the only reason why
stationary.
we let her have it was because she was having trouble with
Problem with her legs, and I
trouble
felt
with her
bad.
eyes. And we didn't want her walking back and forth. We did her a big favor, helped her out, and we got kicked in the backside.
Where did you get all the stuff you're saying in here? That you have 14 days, and if you don't, I get the whole refill. Where'd you get all that stuff? You're like espousing on the law. Who told you? That's the stuff you got off the internet? That you don't know what, that doesn't apply to New York? And I mean, every state has different laws about landlord-tenant.
And we weren't even going to bother her for the extra money.
Yeah, now you're being countersued for $800 for the difference between the estimate to fix this, which is, I believe, a fair estimate, and it's in the range of $2,450. I mean, that's, you know, I know it's hefty, but it's hefty because this is a lot of damage. They have to rip out all of the ceilings. They have to make sure there's no mold. They have to re-drywall all those different areas. It's a lot of work.
And I didn't even put in for any of the damage that was upstairs.
Upstairs in the apartment.
I mean, it was minimal, and I wasn't even going to ask her
We
for
weren't even
that.
going to bother for it.
She pulled up carpeting where she had 3 cats living up there.
Bleach stains.
And the cat sprayed,
All the
and she
screens were
pulled up
ripped apart.
carpeting and left me with plywood.
Would have costed $3,000 for the carpeting alone.
I don't understand how it got this bad. You
I
know,
have no idea,
well,
Your
I mean,
Honor.
people work things out, you know?
No. Well, that's just because she had...
What do you feel was the problem? You think that they were too much in your life?
Well, see, when after a while, I felt like I was being harassed. You know, why you're not coming downstairs anymore? You know, phone calls.
Because they missed you?
Right.
Well, yeah, and
somebody
we're
misses
so
you, you
happy
feel
you
it's
have a
harass-
life. They wrote me letters on Facebook, nasty letters. I never wrote them anything nasty.
Okay, they wrote you nasty letter?
Yes,
He wrote you a
yes.
letter. That's
And
after
they
you moved
even
out and
told
after
me-
the problem happened. I
They
saw
even
that.
told me to pick up all the carpets because of cat piss, which it wasn't cat piss.
Okay,
it
but
was
this
a
is
dog
after the
that they
fact.
gave
I'm
me.
wondering what happened to make the problem, not what happened after the problem happened. Was it that you feel that they were jealous of your girlfriend and the time you were spending?
Yes, Your Honor, I stopped going downstairs, and I was hanging more with my spouse.
With your spouse?
And, you know, I was just, you know, very happily in love, you know, so I just stopped going downstairs. It was a momentarily thing, but then I felt that they blew it out of proportion by calling me, why you don't go downstairs anymore, you know, we thought we was your friends, we did so much for you, even with your eyesight. If you're a true friend to me, then why do you have to, you know, say, okay, because you have an eyesight problem, we did so much for you?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So when people fall in love, do they generally just ignore their friends?
Most of the time, yes.
Why?
Just because you're so wrapped up into that one person that you forget that you have friends.
Is it a smart thing to do?
No, you need your friends. Don't forget them.
What do you think? I mean, do you do it? What about Guy?
Wait, dude.
Do you, like, if you, like, fall in love with somebody, do you, like, blow off your friends?
I've never fallen in love with anybody.
Ooh, good answer. Good answer. Going inside the courtroom.
Your Honor, she wants to know why I called her. She left the dog upstairs in the apartment for 15 hours, and I had called her at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I said to her, how could you neglect? This is how basically it probably all started then, because I told her she neglected. You can't neglect an animal. Sorry. The cats are very self-sufficient, but a dog, you cannot leave for 15 hours upstairs in an apartment.
2 or 3 times.
Locked behind a gate.
Right.
And
Who has
this
the
is
dog
what
and
happened.
the cat now? You have the dog and the cat, right?
I have a dog, yes. I have the dog that she gave me. Talking about neglect, I did not leave the dog for 15 hours. I spent the night with her in Brooklyn from Rockaway. You can ask her as my witness. I spent
really need
only
to
the
know
night
that,
out.
but okay.
I only spent the night out. I even woke up early that morning to get back to my Yorkie, which I spent the first night out, and that's why she went hysterical. I made it back home, and after that, yes, everything went sour because I felt like I couldn't leave the apartment to go, how they say, have a life.
Well, I understand, but I mean, you know, maybe you should, if you're gone all day and then gone all night and then the animal's locked up 24 hours.
I was not, Your Honor. I was just during the night. I left like about 10 or 11
But this is about the
that night.
drywall, right? So let's discuss, okay? You have a security deposit there, and you had a very reasonable request, which is give me an estimate so I can see. I wouldn't be here if you'd gotten the estimate. And I realize that it might take a little bit to get the estimate, but if you folks had not sat on it for 2 months, we probably wouldn't be in litigation because she thinks you're cheating her because she doesn't know how expensive this work is. And she starts to feel like you guys are cheating her, and then that's how I end up with a lawsuit. As it turns out, they are not cheating you. This is expensive work to get all those ceilings ripped out and to put the new ceilings in and to get anything that's moldy out. That is expensive work. This is a reasonable estimate. I know. My father's a contractor. My brother's a contractor. I've done drywall work. Not personally. I've had drywall work done. I know how expensive this stuff is, especially in this much of an area. We don't even have a dispute about how the flood happened. You do admit that it was your washing machine that flooded it.
Yes.
So we have a problem, and the problem is that if you had left well enough alone and both walked your own ways, there would have been a little bit of hurt feelings. But now you have the hurt feelings, and I got a rule. On your claim against them, 0, because it's not even enough to cover it. On their claim against you, $800, verdict for the defendants.
Thank you.
Let's get some reaction from the plaintiff coming out of the courtroom here on the losing end of this verdict. What are your feelings on this?
I feel that I shouldn't have to pay because she waited too long to get an estimate.
You heard them say they were heartbroken over, you know, the loss of the relationship that they treasured with you. How does that make you feel?
I don't feel anything.
Really, after all that time?
I don't feel anything, no.
All right, good luck. Head right around this way. All right, so step on out here. Come on in here. You satisfied how the judge rules on this one?
I think she was very fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you just hear what the plaintiff said? She said she didn't feel anything.
Well, she's a cold person.
She's very cold.
Really.
She was having holidays with us, and then all of a sudden, when this girl came into her life...
What do you have against her girlfriend?
Nothing. We invited them both down, and she just says, I didn't want to come down. And okay, no problem. But we still told Angel. We didn't call her to harass her. Angel, you okay? We'd hear her falling up upstairs.
You don't think you were too involved in her life?
No, she put us involved.
No.
Okay.
She would call us from the backyard. Oh, can I come down for the barbecue?
Let's go to Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, you know, in most states, they have laws that say that landlords have a certain period of time in which to tell a tenant, look, I'm keeping some or all of your security. They have to write it down, and they have to say what they're keeping and why. If they don't, they're subject to penalty. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.